Hi, I'm Marine veteran Deborah Cottrell. You're watching the Veterans Opportunity Magazine on the Veterans Opportunity Network.
When military personnel return to the U.S. from tours of operational duty in Iraq and Afghanistan, upon their arrival, great care is administered by the Veterans Administration to evaluate just how each individual is coping with possible post-deployment traumatic health symptoms, as well as marital relationship issues that they may be experiencing. Many organizations invited by the VA to participate in these activities offer their own brand of programs to returning military personnel and veterans. Recently, at a Veterans Administration health facility in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Veterans Opportunity Network correspondent and Marine veteran, as well as the reigning Miss Pittsburgh International Beauty Queen, Deborah Cottrell, had an opportunity to speak with a Veterans Administration health program manager, as well as a representative of a local VFW.
This is Deborah Cottrell with the Veterans Opportunity Network, and right here we have the VFW and a Veterans of Foreign Wars, and I'm speaking with Mr. Leonard Franklin. Leonard, why don't you give us a little story of why you're here?
Veterans of Foreign Wars is a service organization to combat veterans. At this point, we're recruiting new members into the organization because the more members that we have, the more power we have in Washington, D.C., and this is where we get bills changed and laws passed for veterans.
She also spoke with the founder of an impressive up-and-coming organization, Veterans of Operation Iraqi and Enduring Freedom, that serves as an example of how social entrepreneurs provide much-needed value-added services in meeting the needs of military personnel.
Veterans of Operation Iraqi Enduring Freedom provide services such as if you need help with food, housing, utilities, employment, dress for success, just about any what I call legal problem in the system. So we provide the services such as utility deposits, rent, mortgage, whatever the case may be, what I call any legal problem that they may incur while trying to transition back into life. Number one, you have to be honorably discharged or still in the military. We will not deal with any veterans who have a felony background or is wrapped up in the court system. I built the organization on my personal life. I came out honorably. I'm not in the court system, so forth and so on. And I think that's fair to a lot of guys today as I come home. We need to focus on them. The troops or the veterans today, if they need help getting transition or help with the transition back in today's world, we will we'll provide a group to meet with. We'll provide the services. We have on staff a licensed clinical social worker. Now, that does not mean that we are a health facility by any means. But if it is needed right away, then we have that on staff. Our website is www.voief.org. You can Google VOIEF. A lot of the Army units or other branches do recognize us as being one of the better OIF veterans organizations across the country. The director of Veterans Outreach at the White House also is well aware of us.
Veterans Opportunity Network correspondent Deborah Cottrell spoke with the program manager for the Army's Pennsylvania Post-Deployment Traumatic Health Reassessment Program, which is designed to identify and address health concerns with specific emphasis on mental health that may have emerged over time.
Schlesser, maybe you can tell us a little bit about your program and what you do.
I'll be glad to. I'm the state PDHRA program manager. That stands for Post-Deployment Health Reassessment Team. What we do is we make sure that when veterans return from the areas of combat, whether it be Afghanistan, Iraq, or wherever they are in the world, we ensure that when they return, they get appropriate services for either medical conditions they're experiencing or behavioral health issues. So when they come to the VA Medical Center here, we make sure that there are behavioral health providers, such as psychiatrists, psychologists, people of that nature. And when they identify issues through the screening process, we make sure that those issues are diagnosed, identified, and then we get them the appropriate level of care they need. In the Veterans Health Administration here within the state of Pennsylvania, we see many veterans as they return home, and it's our goal, our mission, to basically make sure that they get the appropriate care they need. We do this through setting up the events. We coordinate with the Logistics Health Incorporated team as well as the units, and then we make sure that the VA Medical Center is available to support the events. Once we do all that coordination, we invite the soldiers in and we're able to get them enrolled in the VA system. Not only that, but we use a screening process to identify any needs that they might have. Once we understand and know what those needs are, we can get them the appropriate care, whether it's medical, behavioral health, or other services that would be beneficial. We have vendors from many different areas who come here, and we help the veteran to get the appropriate services benefits, not just for themselves, but for their family as well.